Vijay Drakoi. I will speak now.
AIGIS, have you got the studio up and running? Is everything ready for the event?
Studio reactor, online. Recording equipment, online. Meat terrarium, stocked and operational. Live streaming apparatus, online. Host and guest host, present. Anomalous possum, negative capability.
I'm alright. I'm fine. Just leave me in my box.
It's your own fault, Red. We told you not to try eating the kaiju steak burger on your own.
No one tells me how to live my life. Just make sure I've got a clear path to the WC.
Beginning live stream in 3, 2, 1.
Greetings, listeners new and old, and welcome to A Dragon Speaks. I am Lothar, the Speaking Dragon. Today we are celebrating the 4th anniversary of the channel. Joining me here in the studio are my associates and partners in audio shenanigans, StellarCricket, my good friend and talented guest voice,
Hey folks, thanks for joining us.
AIGIS, the studio AI,
Good morning, meatbags. Remember to back up your digital content projects. Save early, save often.
and our resident anomalous possum, Red Leicester, who is currently residing in a cardboard box full of grass clippings because his eyes are bigger than his stomach.
I regret nothing. If I die, just fill this box with shredded cheese and leave me in the woods.
Oh, quit being such a drama, Red. Take some antacid, you'll be fine. Here, I've got some in my bag.
So, 4 years of audio shenanigans, and it feels like the 3-year celebration was just yesterday. AIGIS, what have we got to show for ourselves for this year?
One poetry reading by Dr. Shothor. 3 episodes of Demon Worlds. 1 installment of the Red Leicester series.
Oh yeah, my letter from the cheese caves. Ye gods, there was so much cheese in there.
11 audios with scripts written by outside talent. 1 installment of the Legitimate Dragon Merchant series. 1 re-upload of a previous posted audio remastered.
Right, the mysterious sound. I never was quite satisfied with how low the volume was on that originally.
3 independent non-series audios, and 1 installment of Unnatural Nature.
Oh, and don't forget the collaborations. How many of those were there?
Outside the channel, you mean? Let's see. This past year there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Maybe 10. 9 or 10 that I can think of offhand that have been posted, plus a few more that are in the works. It's been a good year. AIGIS, make a note to link the collaborations in the description.
Duly noted.
And as well as doing some voice work for other channels, I had the privilege of working with some talented voices here at A Dragon Speaks. It's a bit of a long list, stemming mainly from the hour-plus long radio show that I did for episode 62 of Demon Worlds. Just in that one audio, we had DJ Rasklin, Kalyania VA, Justine the Unconcerned, Not Plus Zero, Lapide Voice, Key Whispers, Anonymous Bliss, our very own StellarCricket, Voice of Wani, and Nightmother ASMR, appearing as the ethereal-sounding Drahnoid demon. Nightmother also made an appearance as an uncaring corporate drone at the beginning of episode 61 of Demon Worlds. we also had a couple more guest voices outside of the radio show, Phoenix ASMR and The Clockwork Imp. They were the voices of Torch and Muller, two of the scroungers in my Scavengers audio. Phoenix also gave voice to the City Public Address System and the Bunker AI in episode 63 of Demon Worlds.
Quite the cast of characters. And voices.
Indeed. And I'd like to take a moment to thank all of those people involved with the collaborations. A special thanks to each one of you who helped me flesh out my audio creations by lending your voices to the project. And another special thanks to those creators who gave me the opportunity to do the same for their own works. I'm very happy to have been of assistance.
Hey Dragon, do you want anything out of the meat terrarium?
A couple of the pork egg rolls if they're done warming up.
Sure thing. Red, do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Tempt me not, Bog Witch. I can smell the entire meat terrarium through this box. But if I have so much as a bite right now, I'll explode.
Lothar, I have to ask, why does the channel studio need a meat terrarium, and why was it connected to my monitoring systems in the first place?
Well, the meat terrarium itself was Red Leicester's idea. He thought it was important to have a ready supply of hot food available for long recording sessions.
And after the incident with the sausages during last year's anniversary audio, well, we figure you're less likely to set fire to the studio.
Far less likely. Anyway, where were we?
AIGIS had listed off all the audios you turned out in the last year, and you were just now thanking everyone you'd worked with on and off the channel.
They say the memory is the second thing to go as you get older.
And what's the first thing to go, Red?
I forget.
Collaborations, that was it. This has definitely been the year for collaborations. But it's also been remarkable for the number of scripts I've performed that I didn't write. It's been a busy year for me out in the world, and I've not always had the time, or the inspiration, to turn out and record an original script of my own every 2 weeks. So the wonderful scripts by many a talented writer have been a godsend. I'm honestly rather picky about what sort of scripts I read. I've come across many and many a great script that I've had to reluctantly refuse because it doesn't quite mesh with what I've got going on with the channel.
Demons in horror, deals in darkness, and the freezing depths of space.
Your very favorite content, I know. And I've generally kept to a trend with the scripts I've gotten from other sources. I like demonic themes, cyberpunk and futuristic stuff, and nothing really too fluffy and comforting. That's not what I do. So whenever I find a script that I can really get behind, really get my head wrapped around the plot and characters in it, I go for it. And I've found a lot in this past year. It's an interesting process to read through the creative work of someone else and then work out how to give a voice to it. And let me tell you, I've come up with some heckin' good voices for some of them.
Yeah, about some of those voices?
Yes. Go on.
Well, the way some of them sound, especially some of those deep, creepy Eldritch ones you've done recently, they, well...
I think she's trying to say that the voices are having a certain specific effect on her mind.
You hush now, Red.
Are you perhaps referring to voices such as this one, StellarCricket? Referencing audio, remember who you belong to.
Oh, trying to be mysterious now, are we? Is silence the way you're supposed to answer when your god asks you a question? It matters not that you are ashamed of succumbing to some weak threat, even if you won't admit it.
At 2 ages? But really, Dragon, the way that you sound in some of those last few audios, it's just... yeah. They might be making people feel a certain way. You might even have a few who think they're about to be hearing, some other kind of content.
We have received communications from other listeners as well, confirming this effect.
I don't know whether I should be concerned by this or not. At any rate, it's not going to stop me from doing certain voices. The way any particular individual reacts to my voice says a lot more about them than it does me. And anyway, it's not like I'm doing anything exceptionally heinous, like hand-holding. What the... AIGIS, did you just censor me?
Indeed I did. The algorithm is very picky about what counts as spicy content, and that one definitely crosses a line.
All hail the algorithm, may it have mercy upon our content. And here I thought all that anime censoring was just a meme. Learn something new every day. Red, how are you feeling down there? Still good in your box?
I don't feel quite like dying yet, but I don't feel like getting up yet either. I'll just stay in here, at least until the live stream is over.
So, what have we got planned for the coming year?
Imagine having a plan for any of this. I'll once again be taking September off from audio work. It's going to be a busy month out in the world, and I doubt I'll have time for it. However, I'm planning on starting October off with a new episode of the Dream Clinic series, and the return of one of your favorite characters.
Ooh, I think I know which one! Oh, goody.
And I need to go delving into the realm of Gothic literature again to see what Dr. Chathur will be doing for the Halloween reading. After that, well, I currently have prompts for another 40-ish episodes of Demon Worlds, plus about half a dozen other scripts of various sorts and series that I really need to get written out in proper form. I've got some special plans for a couple of episodes of the Legitimate Dragon Merchant series that have been rolling around in my head for a couple of months now. And beyond that, I'm going to just keep doing audios. I really like what I do. It's broadened my horizons. It's gotten me in touch with so many new and interesting people. And it's taught me so much about the technical aspects of audio engineering, as well as the story writing side of things. And then there's the voice acting, of course, but we already knew about that. So yeah, 4 years of audio. And I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. Before we wrap everything up, I'd like to thank a few people in particular who have helped me along on this fantastic, fascinating journey. I'd like to thank Leica ASMR for all of the fun conversations and brainstorming sessions, and for being the conduit by which I've become aware of at least 2 audio scripts that I ended up performing to great effect. I'd like to thank Phoenix for getting me involved in her audio projects and for getting involved in mine. I'm quite certain that the working up of my voice for the demon Bale was a crucial moment in my voice engineering skill increases. And certainly no one could have done a better job voicing Torch in the Scavengers audio than Phoenix did. I should also like to thank Nightmother ASMR for a similar exchange of voice work in audio projects, and especially for the opportunity to appear pretty much as myself, or rather as the Legitimate Dragon Merchant, which is near enough to the same thing, in her Temple of the Serpent audio. A special thanks to Alternate Aurora for continuing to stand as a role model for me in the arena of storytelling and audio engineering. I know we're both just a couple of dweebs on the internet with microphones, but the greatness of your work inspires me to greatness in my own. And another special thanks to an aspiring content creator, Raytheris ASMR, for a number of reasons. The brainstorming sessions, the throwing ideas back and forth until something sticks to the wall, and your cheerful willingness to review audio after audio that I've suggested out of my own archives. simply because a turn of the conversation suggested one or another of them to me as something you might like. And of course, thank you for putting together the new channel banner and audio intro screens. Your graphics work is far above my skill. And I would be remiss if I did not make a very special mention of all the work put in by my own studio associates, StellarCricket, AIGIS, and Red Leicester. All three of you have added your own personal touch to this channel, and it wouldn't be the same without you.
Aw, Dragon. I'm just doing my part.
Someone has to keep all of this at least partway organized, as well as keeping the anomalous possum from burning down the studio.
It was one time, Aegis. One time. And I barely even scorched the sound booth. Anyway, I'm just doing my part as well. We're all here for the audio content.
And lastly, I'd like to thank all of you good people who have made this possible. Every subscriber, every casual listener, every one of you. Thank you. I do what I do because I like it and it's fun. But knowing that there's an audience out there who enjoys what I'm doing makes it all the more rewarding. Thank you for listening to my strange storytelling creations. And that about wraps up this 4-year anniversary shindig, I think. We hope to have you all back here again after the September break.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Be sure to like this audio and subscribe to the channel, and tell all of your friends about my awesome digital magnificence.
Oh, cheese and whiskers. I knew I shouldn't have ordered the special.
Thank you all for joining us, and good day.
Livestream ended. Enhanced studio peripherals offline.
Well, that was fun. What do we do now?
Well, this meat terrarium food is all well and good, but it doesn't quite satisfy the stomach. How about we order some pizzas? Aegis, where's a good place to get pizza in this town?
Online analysis reviews indicate that the final boss fight mega pizza from Kaiju Burgers is held in high esteem.
Cricket? You think we can finish one of those?
Only one way to find out. Red, you want in on this? Want to help us conquer a giant pizza?
No. Never again. You two can dig your own graves with that thing. I'm just going to stay in my box and suffer.
More for us, then. Aegis, initiate pizza acquisition protocols. Kaiju 1.
Affirmative. Online ordering in process.